No one is saying that by inviting black audiences here, you were uninvited.
On Broadway, there were nights where tickets were only sold to people who identified as black. Are you going to do that in the West End?
I'm so excited to, yeah.
You are?
Yeah. I mean, I think that one of the things that we have to remember is that um, people have to be radically invited into a space to know that they belong there. And in most of our country, in most places in the West, uh, poor people and black people have been told that they do not belong inside of the theater.
If the price of that is saying to people who are, just because they're white, you can't come, you're not allowed in this space, does that make you uncomfortable?
Well, no one's saying, listen, there are a litany of places in our country, in all of our countries, that are generally inhabited by only white people, and no one has questions about that. And no one is saying that by inviting black audiences here, you were uninvited. The idea of a blackout night is to say, this is a night that we are specifically inviting black people to fill up the space, to feel safe with a lot of other black people in a place where they often do not feel safe. Let's not act as though we do not know that culturally, black audiences and white audiences respond to things differently.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw that clip. This is the reverse racism trope, right? And I just got to be honest, man. I think white people really have a hard time grasping the idea that we're not white. You know, this automatic. Like I watched the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I watched it as a cartoon, and I watched it to watch the animated, not the animated, but the new Netflix series. And the Fire Nation is white people. That's their interpretation of white people, because you just make up shit like, I just if we make it an all black night, what's the next? We're gonna lynch white people on the streets. It's like, shut up. Here's the thing. Like the man said, you radically want people out of a space, but then you want them to come to the space when it's convenient, by the way, because what happens is, um, over time, all of these white establishments start losing money in America because it's just unappealing, because it becomes snobbish. That's what happens. It becomes snobbish, and everybody can't afford to be there. And then the other people in the American demographic go, "Oh, okay, you don't want to say fuck you," and they don't come. They go to their own stuff. And thus you see these markets that happen, especially with black Americans. That's if you know anything about black America, you know, or foundational black America, we just do plays on our own. That's part of the whole Tyler Perry. Um, he basically expanded the model to make it global. But we do plays on our own. We do theater on our own because, like, we don't want to be around y'all now bullshit. So this, oh, if you do this, don't you afraid of excluding white people? Listen, white people, welcome to America. Everybody else is excluded in this motherfucker, but y'all. Y'all about to start getting excluded. That's what happens. It's kind of like, um, rap. Using New York as a reference, rap was only, oh, New York is just rap. Fuck everything outside of New York. And people used to go to New York that were rappers from everywhere but New York, and they'd get disrespected. And to the point that's like, man, fuck them people over there. We're gonna do us. And then the whole nation, decided to gravitate to what they liked. That's how you got the explosion of all these other places and all these other rappers, because you know having talent isn't monopolized in any place. So now white America, you're entering that era where people are like, whatever, man. That's why you see the Bollywood, the Nollywood, the Asian movies, and people just, we're gonna do our stuff because y'all like fucking with us and fucking up our stuff. And now you're seeing, white people, even globally, having an issue, just like in the UK when it comes to we're having all of these immigrants coming to our country. It's like, hey man, y'all fucked up their country, so they coming to your country. What did you expect? Same thing with America. Oh, we got all these immigrants. And then people go, we fucked up all those other nations? Yeah, you did. Because you fucked up those countries and you wanted the best and the brightest to come here. And now you're not getting the best and the brightest. You're just getting people. And we having problems. And it's like, whatever. But how does this go into the reverse racism trope? It's this idea, and I've talked about it before, that America has this illusion that everybody who is not white in America has to interact with America with their hands tied behind their back. You know, white people could be unleashed and off the chain, and everybody else just got to be chained down and shackled down. And then when people go, "Oh no, I'm not doing that," they go, "Oh, what do you mean? You're not going to give me just an advantage, mentally and physically and financially just because I'm white? The world is going to be fair? Oh my God!" So Fire Nation, man. It's so Fire Nation of you. You know, we gave the world culture by destroying everybody else's culture. And now they're like, yeah, I'm not fucking with you. What did I do? This is reverse racism. And the irony of it is, just like anything else, what winds up happening is you get in the world of capitalism, you start realizing, oh, there's money in this. We wouldn't just like I saw a clip of, I think I did the video, I'm not sure, of Michael Jai White talking about how they'll say black movies won't translate, and he's like, every movie doesn't translate globally because only action translates globally. The biggest stars are action stars, so it's bullshit that when people go, oh, you could be bigger if, or people over here don't understand this or that. And the truth is, white America just wants to control everything. And when somebody else is in the driver's seat, it makes them nervous. Not because white people are going to be excluded, in my opinion. It's because now you're going to have an option, and you might not the white option might come in second place. You know what I'm saying? It might just go, no, I'm not feeling that. That versus that, I'm gonna take that. So this idea of, you're reversing racism, and what you're seeing, even though I've talked about it before, it's a younger generation kind of thing, but also even this is the opposite side of intellectuals, where they go, I'm not about to just, I'm an intellectual, but I'm not docile. I'm not about to just kowtow to y'all, just because I'm going to do something different. And I'm going to explain it to you in a nice Caucasian way. And you can't really argue that shit because, fuck, we even got the nerdy ones being pro-blackity black. And it's like, it's not really being pro-black. It's really introducing an audience. Think about that. It's really just introducing an audience to feel comfortable somewhere. Because, if you build it, they will come. That would be the same thing if you had Hispanics, in New York, or Asians in New York, or Muslims in New York, Middle Easterners, Arabs in New York, and they say, hey, this night we got a show for y'all, made by y'all. They gonna come, just like that. And then all of a sudden you're gonna go, that was pretty damn good too. No shit. People have talent, so it's not, for me, these reverse racism responses are just, it's a knee-jerk reaction to, I'm not used to things not being unfair. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not used to you, being quote unquote unfair because it's fair. You know, how you doing something that white people would do. Well, yeah, we learn from the best, right? So that's my take on this type of stuff. But you tell me what you think, man. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.